sir. Monday night football, baby. If you like winners, you came to the right place here. Run Pure Sports YouTube channel here. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We still got that code Giblets. That's Giblets 44 if you want 44% off your first monthly or weekly payment over at Run Pure Sports. Go use that code Giblets 44 and get it. And get all the winners we got over at Run Pure Sports. And there were some winners from yesterday, Sunday football. And shout out to all those guys that won. We have the crew, full crew today, and everyone was on time. We weren't on time, but everyone was here on time. We were just getting set and ready to go. We got the Prez up top. Well, that way, up top. And then we got Big T. Oh, fucking it all up. Big T down low as I was about to point up top. I got to throw it to my man.
They call me bottom bunk Big T.
No, you're ruining my intro, and you are third on the intro list, sir. So sit there and be quiet until you're introduced. Deprez. What's up, Deprez?
I've spent, let me just talk into this microphone. This is how you do it on live shows. I've spent the last 4 hours in Discord on the NFL channel, just chopping it up with the gang, dropping some gems in there. It's been great. I think the whole RPS Discord is aligned tonight on the script, except for Matty Ice, which is fine. He's a Minnesota guy. But for all the narrative about we don't actually help or talk plays or help our team, there you go.
Okay, great. Don't say anything funny yet. I'm watching 30 seconds of ads.
All right.
Oh, yeah, it's been great.
Get in here.
Are you captaining Johnny Munt? That's too early, Craig Hensley. No. Okay, so let me tell you about this. Speaking of narrative. So the temperature dropped like 10 degrees just about right before the show. And Nathan, who's only here with me, said he saw the same flashing lights as we had before when the ghost manifested.
Are you talking about the damn ghost that started on Monday?
I knew we was going to talk about this ghost.
Shut your mouth. So yesterday before the show,
that's twice Tony's been told to shut up.
I like that.
That's twice Tony's been told to shut up. We've been on the air for 3 minutes.
I love that.
I love it.
So I came in. So can I finish the story?
Interrupt him again, JSU.
Yeah, I know JSU's got to get back to his fishing boat.
So this is how you do it. You talk in the mic like this.
Yeah, you got to talk deep. Talk deep. Sorry. They love the sultry tones.
All right. They love the deep talk. I see you.
Love the deep talk. No, I was saying that I came in yesterday before the show Sunday morning, and no one had been in here over the holidays, and there was a broken glass on the floor in the kitchen, not over by the sink, but over by you've been to the office, Tony, by the dip machine, right? There's no reason why there'd be a broken glass in this office at all. So I believe on this show tonight,
I actually have the solution to why there's broken glass. It's those paint peelers you're throwing up on that hoop. Those freaking bricks broke some glass. That's no ghost. That's you throwing up paint peelers.
He's got a nice mini hoop, Tony, over in the
He's got a nice mini hoop, but not a nice basketball. He's got his basketball's ripped in half. And then he expects the ball to go in. The thing, a dog the ghost might ate half the basketball, actually.
Tony's mad. Tony's mad because we said he had an 80% field goal percentage, and he went 3 for 200.
Oh, 3 for 200 now. Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, if you see the ghost in the show, he's here tonight. We feel it. We sense it. The temperature's right. But yeah, I've been spending time in the NFL Discord tonight. It's been great.
It's been great. Me and Tony just got off our show for Hoops up to lock, gave the Hoops winners. And now we're going to do that same thing with Wiley where we give the football winners here on the show. Because that's what we do, right, Tony? Back to back.
Oh, yeah. We roll it right. And then we're going into NBA Showdown later tonight. That'll be not a show, but in the Discord, we got some good Nuggets news tonight. It's going to be a fun night of action on a little Monday night. I got the lasagna in the oven ready to go, baby.
The lasagna.
We got a full night of sports. What's wrong with lasagna?
Yeah, he laughed at that. That's bullshit. He just laughed.
So Rubio puts out a tweet about this show and hashtags the NBA. And I thought, Are we talking NBA tonight?
Come on, Rubio.
Or is he being rambunctious? Which one
Where's
is it?
Gregory? It said NBA on that one I retweeted.
Yes, it said
Come on,
NBA.
Gregory.
It's going to confuse people.
We are at 699 live viewers, though.
It
That's a good
says
number.
hashtag NBA, hashtag basketball, hashtag DFS. Come on, Rubio.
Come on, Gregory.
Oh, my
Come
God.
on, Gregory.
Unbelievable, Gregory.
I swear, if someone tilts NBA 20 minutes into the slate on this show, I will mute your ass. I swear to God.
Tilt. Oh, it's the
Do
worst.
not tilt me on NBA 20 minutes into a slate. Swear to God. All right?
Yeah.
No tilting about NBA 20 minutes. That is against
And the part
every
that's
rule.
more annoying is when the guy ends up doing good and then they act like they reverse jinxed it into doing good, and it makes me even more tilted.
I hate it. Nothing actually irritates me more than that. I reverse jinx. No, you didn't. You didn't do anything. You just let it play out. You
just annoyed us is what you did.
That's all you did. That's it.
Greg's had a bad day today. He's had a really, really, really bad day today.
Come on, Gregory.
I don't. Greg's not supposed to have bad days, Wiley.
No.
Depressed. Sorry.
Well, we'll tell him that when we don't say that when we go live. We can say this off air, right?
I'll say it to him. I'll say it to his face. I'll say it off air. I'll say it on air. Greg, get your shit together.
Whoa. Yeah. He's the bulldog. JSU's the bulldog. That's the fisherman in him.
Sick me on him, Prez.
He could at least be watching. He's not even watching. We're shitting on him. He's not even watching the NBA show right here.
He's too high on his horse. He's buying packs of Rainmakers. He bought 70 new packs.
He's ripping packs right now. He's definitely ripping packs right now.
He might be
Should we rip one?
Person. No.
Please no.
I physically could see the numbers dropping the more packs, but you committed so hard to that bet. Here's the thing about tonight, and I know I'm going to eat up my word count, B. McNair. But, and I'm sorry this is going to go 2 hours, JSU. But
I mean, the game starts in 45 minutes, so I'm out then anyway. So
I think there are some, as I was saying in the NFL chat today, to our great membership, I think there are some really big discrepancies in projections versus what I believe, and this is the projection sheet printed in landscape or portrait. Which one is it? It's portrait. Oh, I did it portrait. Tony.
That's not the flow chart, though. Where's the balloons?
The cleaning people here threw them out, and they're going to hear from me tomorrow. So that's a big problem. I had the balloons all set up.
Run your shop, Prez. Come
run.
on, Tony. Tell them. Say run your shop.
They throw out the balloons. No, but I think that I see this as a over and a Bears win tonight. There's a ton of people who are Viking. Oh, here comes where Tony makes fun of me. Oh, you like the Bears tonight?
I like the Bears tonight.
I already bet the Bears, so
yes, we are on it.
I bet the Bears in the over, so we're. It seems
the
like
Bears are our team. They're our best ball team, Matthew.
Yes, I love the Bears tonight. Bears and the over. The Vikings are too high on their horse.
And the Vikings are your team. You're turning on them.
I never turn on anyone.
Hate to see it. We hate to see it.
Nope. I'm loyal to the Bears through and through. I've never turned.
They're the team you circle back every time when we're 9 weeks out. You're like, remember that night I said Minnesota would win?
Yeah, against San Francisco, right? It was on this show, I think.
Yeah, it's gang up on me. I can take it. I can take 2-on-1. Just hit it. I don't care.
We're on your side today. You're on. Actually, no. You're on our side today because you're normally on Minnesota. You jumped ship. And now you're on.
I don't see. I don't mean
bandwagon, baby.
I don't. As my kind Discord channel knows, who we've all been very collaborative and nice tonight.
Who's Cole K?
Cole Kmet.
Oh, why didn't they strike Cole Kmet then? I was
absolutely Simeon. Cole Kmet's a very viable
Tony.
spot.
Come on,
I think Cole Kmet is one of my few.
I mean, if you're saying Cole K though, usually it's like a long name, like not a 4-letter last name. Just type it out. Cole Kmet.
Simeon, it's okay. He didn't know who Cole K was. Cole Kmet is bigger than 335-1. But I think that, by the way, this is brought to you by Liquid Death. Actually, it's not brought to you by Liquid Death drink. I saw just before I went on live with you guys that Liquid Death, you know, that carbonated water drink in a can with the funky logo. It looks like you're drinking a like booze, but it's really water. Anyway, Liquid Death was sued by Arnold Palmer's estate because they called a drink the Army Palmer or something like that. And so they were so tilted by this Liquid Death that they've renamed the brand Dead Billionaire as a slight to Arnold Palmer, who you probably don't want to do that to Arnold Palmer. So we will never be sponsored by Liquid Death. Now, I think that Kmet is underprojected. I think that Madison is overprojected. I think that Chandler may be the best underprojected on the board tonight. DJ Moore, a little underprojected too. I think there's a ton of opportunities here. I'm so excited about tonight. I want to lock. Those are the nights I love. Madison, yeah. I mean, Madison's what, 12 right now in the public? I mean, Chandler proved his worth against the Denver Broncos. He had 14, 15 by halftime. Madison's dust. So, yeah, there's a lot of opportunity tonight. I think the Bears defense, much like the Chiefs defense, on that one showdown slate with the Eagles, regardless of the scoring. I mean, Bears are sub 4K and could put up 7 to 9 points. That's very decent for a 3,800 play. That's where I'm at.
All right, so Wiley, Tony, he jumped all over the board, and he gave us kind of the rundown. I kind of like some of his takes, honestly. I'm with him.
We might be the most aligned we've been on a showdown slate in a minute.
Well, let's figure something out. Let's argue about something.
Well, don't worry. We'll find something to argue about on this show. Like, we all have our own takes. So at some point, we'll all disagree about something. So chat, relax. We'll argue at some point. Okay. Can't force it though, right, Tony? It can't be forced. It's gotta be a real, authentic. Genuine. Yeah, genuine. Exactly. It's gotta be authentic.
No, the Sutton versus Dobbs argument was 100% genuine. That was, I felt
all our arguments are genuine.
Oh no.
I mean, all our arguments, I believe my side and Tony believes his side. Like, there's no way we're trying to play the game of not.
I was the meat in that sandwich, and I wanted out.
Oh, you loved it. Be quiet.
Yeah, you loved it.
All right.
I was the dirty Pierre.
So, okay, before we go top to bottom on this slate here, I like the Bears. I bet the Bears +3 and on the money line. I bet the over. I definitely like the game to go over. Tony, it seems like you're aligned with the betting as well.
Yeah, I just think there's points. I think I am just a tad nervous that Chicago's defense keeps getting better, but I feel good having that side. And I don't always bet like that, where if I take Chicago and over, I feel like I can ship both, or I can split type thing, where if the Bears D is better than I think it is, which it could be, then it'll probably go under, but I think the Bears will win that game. So it's one of those bets. But I don't know. Minnesota's offense is one of the most underrated in football too. So even if the Bears defense is better, the Minnesota offense is just good. I mean, they are. Just looking at my flow chart and stuff, one of the most underrated teams in all of football is Minnesota. And we've kind of seen it. I mean, they started out bad, right? And they've turned it around with a bunch of wins and a bunch of good games. So, I mean, just for example, and this is why I got in the biggest argument with JSU, because I think Dobbs is one of the most underrated fantasy guys in all of the NFL. So just for example, when Kirk Cousins was in there, he had what week did he get hurt? Do we remember? Which was it week 5 or week 6?
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6 weeks ago.
So let's just say midseason. I don't know exactly. Chat probably knows. What week did he get hurt? But so Kirk Cousins had 4 top 10 weeks in the first 5, assuming they were all him.
It was 8 or 9. It was 8, I think.
So it was later on. So he had 4. And then since Dobbs has taken over, he's got 3 top 10s And his worst game in any of them is like middle of the pack. So with his rushing and what he did in Arizona, I think you got two quarterbacks, and obviously quarterbacks we always argue, but one of the things is rushing ability. Both of these quarterbacks have rushing ability too, and weapons. So I mean, to compound on what Wiley was saying, I mean, I think you got a lot of underprojected guys, including the quarterbacks that I think, but then you go down to the cheap range too, which is going to be the next discussion point. There's not much value out there that's that great. I mean, you got Josh Oliver, Brandon Powell, who I'm sure you guys like both of those guys, but they're not down in the 200 range. They're a little bit higher up, which they're still good plays, but in the 200 range, there is not much at all.
No.
That's the problem. I created a rule with some of the top quarterback studs or studs in general, right?
I mean, the thing is, we argued about this about quarterbacks being captain. You really have to have a quarterback that can run one in to be captained, like a Hurts or an Allen. Fields tonight, I think he's underprojected. I agree with Big T. And then there's Dobbs, right? So Dobbs has run one in, I think, 6 weeks in a row now. All right. So what if he doesn't? That's a 6-point swing for Dobbs, right? So he either goes to like a 22 or 21 to a 15. Now, Fields is going to get 70 yards rushing regardless. And I think Herbert is way overprojected. I do not understand the 12 on Herbert at all. So if Herbert runs one in tonight, I'll see you on the Tuesday slate.
I think it's a slate where he could run one in and still not hit the winner, though. Like it could be one of those where he gets like 40 yards in the touchdown and not in the winner.
If he just does that, if he just runs one in like for 8 points, sure. But Fields is going to get there because he does so much with his legs. Plus, with Dobbs is like, does he run one in or does he not? He's done it 6 weeks in a row. Right. He did it against Denver. That's the biggest question mark for me. But both of these offenses run through a few guys. You said yesterday, Big T, about McBride being on the field for 100% of snaps. DJ Moore is there too. I mean, he's on the field for 97, 99% of plays. I mean, he goes through Kmet and he goes through Moore. And then on the other side, Dobbs goes through. So Osborne and Addison are on the field for 90+%. Now, Osborne never catches anything. I don't know why. He sucks. Checks notes.
That's the thing, though, is that's why these offenses are so good is because they're so condensed. They're condensed to, like, those specific targets. I think the Bears are the more condensed team of the two, but Minnesota's up there as well. So it's definitely a good point.
Minnesota is pretty damn condensed, too, man. You're all over. Like, they are condensed.
Yes, and I don't understand the Madison projection. It should be flipped with Chandler. I think Chandler is way underprojected. I think the market will maybe figure that out. But there's nothing about Madison at this point in the season that says, okay, this is his night. This is his night against a Bears defense who's gotten better. They should have beaten Detroit. They beat a terrible Carolina team, but they should have beaten Detroit on the road. They looked pretty good.
Point too, just perfect time to interrupt you. But are we ever going to get a showdown slate where a defense doesn't score?
Nope, never.
No,
ever.
So why start now?
Defense score here.
Every slate they score.
And you see, this used to be kicker pricing. I mean, kickers used to be $3,800, and you could count for 8 to 11. Now you get defense who's going to outscore kickers every night because they score touchdowns at $3,800. I mean,
all right. So let's talk about. We'll start at the top and let's talk about the studs and which ones we like. The most, of course. And you guys brought up the quarterbacks. Studs. Love the studs. Yeah, you gotta love the studs. You guys brought up the quarterbacks, so let's start there. Obviously, Justin Fields. The argument that we had it does not include guys like Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. Tony wants to put Josh Dobbs in that category. And honestly, he does have rushing upside. So, I mean, you could, I guess, do it. I won't do it. But you could. It's not the same type of upside to me. So, for me, if I was going to play one, it'd be Fields. I'm not playing Dobbs in the captain. He is $1,200 cheaper, though. But it would be Fields. I like DJ Moore, though. I think the fact that DJ Moore is so close to Justin Fields, pricing wise, he's ahead of Josh Dobbs by 400. He's ahead of TJ Hawkinson by 1,400. I think DJ
He's
Moore
on the field for every play.
No, I'm just saying, though, from a pricing standpoint.
Yeah, totally.
And he's projected lower. He's projected with TJ Hawkinson, who is $1,400 more, cheaper or cheaper. TJ Hawkinson, and he's projected right around there. So, like, for me, I'm bumping DJ Moore's projection. I did bump the quarterbacks, though. I thought the quarterbacks were low, honestly. So I bumped Justin Fields as well. I bumped even Dobbs as well. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. So
that's the thing, because of that, because of the cheaper price on Hawkinson, he's going to put a lot more people into Hawkinson captain builds.
Yeah.
And when I did my contest sims on SaberSim, shout out SaberSim, exclusively at RBS. Well, exclusively at RBS, but we've got SaberSim. But with contest sims, it spit out some really common Hawkinson captain type builds, because it told me, listen, this is where the market's going tonight. They're gonna spend down on Hawkinson captain, expect him to get 17, maybe outperform Moore. But Hawkinson burned us on this Denver slate. He didn't blow up. It was Oliver, right? Who I think is underprojected tonight. I mean, he could, but Moore is on the field every fucking snap. I mean, he's an 8 for 85 type guy.
Well, the thing with Moore though is he's got that deep play, like big play ability, where TJ Hawkinson's floor is, I think, just so much more like secure. But the upside for DJ Moore is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, he caught the deep ball that but he had another one or two that he could have had. And if he did, he would have had 150 yards and 2 touchdowns or something like that. So he's got chances to just absolutely break slates. He had the 3 touchdown performance, that one showdown slate. So the guy's got massive touchdown upside. And I just, for me, he's going to be my favorite play. But TJ Hawkinson, from a price standpoint, I think I agree with you, Wiley. That's where everyone's going to go for the captain. I think a lot of people are going to go to Hawk. And I don't hate Hawkinson. I'm just going to have more and more. And that's what I'm seeing. Tony, what are you seeing here from that top 4 or 5 studs on this slate, captain-wise?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be pretty spread. Let me pull up my exact numbers. I think it's going to be pretty spread at the top, where again, that's why I always end up playing these quarterbacks, because it just gets spread so thin. And these prices tonight, with as tight as they are, it's just going to come down to a more condensed build, because people are going to play more of these mid-range guys. Like you guys said, Hawk and Addison. I mean, just have to get hold on, it's struggling to load, but trying to pull up my percentages. The guys like that, Cole Kmet even, I think, gets a decent amount of ownership, just because you have to. Everyone's going to want both quarterbacks in the utility, not in the captain. If you put them in there, DJ Moore's the one that's going to get squeezed. So I'm with you guys. He just has to. He's 10-4. He's the same price as those quarterbacks, and his projection is lower than Hawkinson. It's not much higher than Addison. He just has to get squeezed. So I think DJ Moore, same as you guys, but let me pull up these exact percentages.
I bumped not a huge amount. We talked about this in Discord today in terms of what a bump means. Like a big, small. A small is probably 5%. Large bump is probably 10 to 20. Huge bump is 25% or more in terms of projections. I mean, I could safely put a 21 projection on Moore and he could maybe hit that. I put a 17 on him, which is above the market, about 10%. And I think that's very safe.
I went higher than that.
All night, even talking to Discord, because that's the helpful part of the Discord at RPS and talking to these channels. It just helps you work through these issues together. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Even 1 point on a projection is going to put him in 10 to 15 to 20% more flex lineups. Because this is a game. Showdown's a game of 1 yard. Tony finished second to me when I shipped on the Kansas City slate. by
literally 1 yard.
Jam it in there. Jam it in there, Prez. Let them know.
By one step.
And that was 100K. Like, that's how close it is.
100K. That's right.
100K, 1 yard.
That's right. And so, and that's the beauty of also, and by the way, Giblets 44. We're still active with Giblets 44. First month off RPS. You get 44% off. But that's the beauty of the contest since the SaberSim, because I'm too strict with my projections sometimes, and it'll have this very condensed core of captains, and I'll be like, listen, if I 100% nail projections, then I win all the money. But you can't do that because 1 yard is going to shift everything. So what contest sims do is say, listen, let's try to beat the field too. We love what you say, we love what you're doing, but let's try to beat the contest you're in and what they're going to do. And it's not comfortable sometimes because you get lineups you don't love. But
Tony, you're drawing dead at halftime already?
Sean Hart.
How?
Excuse me. How?
What did I do? I don't even have any crazy
talk
yet.
He hasn't even given any insane takes yet. He's like, God,
I didn't even say anything yet. How am I drawing dead?
We need to spice this up. Your face is stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can support.
I will say it is.
No, I don't support that.
It is one of those slates where I could see jamming Justin Fields on this slate. Like, if you really want to go there, like I could absolutely see just jacking his projection up.
That's stupid.
And jamming him. I'm not going to do that, but I could see people just going all in on it. I wouldn't. I know Tony won't do it.
The quarterbacks are already going to be 80% owned though, so like you're not.
No, at captain, I'm saying jamming him, like going all in on it. Like
the Vikings fans are rolling in now. They hate that we're on the Bears. They hate it.
Oh, they hate it. Yeah. I saw a bunch of Dobbs.
Let's go.
Everyone loves Dobbs. So, all right, we go down in the mid-tier, and Tony brought up Cole Kmet. We got to talk about the Minnesota running backs, the Chicago running backs. Those are going to be talking points here. For me, I like Cole Kmet. I think you can run some Cole Kmet captain builds. I think that's the mid-tier captain I would go to. I don't really like the Bears running backs as much. I lowered Herbert's projection. I lowered Roschon a little bit too. I'm just not in on the Bears run game as much.
Wait, you're not on Roschon? He's your guy.
Yeah,
he turned on him, Prez. He turned on him.
I'm not on the running games as much on this slate. The only thing that I like about the from the Minnesota side is they do run a lot of like screens and stuff like that. So I think they could get there, I guess, in the passing game a little bit. But Chicago's been tough, man. We're going to talk about defenses after we get through this mid tier, but the Chicago's defense been real and they're tough to run on.
Yeah. Ever since they traded for Sweat, who's rated really low on PFF, but ever since they made that trade, their defense has changed. They're playing better football.
They might just be playing harder. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they just like all gotten. You know how some teams like catch their stride later. Look what happened to the Lions the second half of the season last year, where they kind of like caught their stride and played well. Like this happens to some teams. Maybe that's the Bears. It was a terrible loss, but honestly, the coach was not trying to lose the game. He was coaching to like not win the game. Because if he was coaching to win the game, he wouldn't have kicked the field goal to put him up. I think it was 12 when he was already up 2 scores at 9, and he would have went for it on 4th down, like to try and just finish the team. But he didn't, and then they end up losing. It's just classic dumb coaching. But I think it's just a little bit of Justin Fields is back. Defense has been playing well. They're kind of rolling. They're in a good groove as a team. I mean, I think that goes a long way. So, yeah, I'm lower on the running backs as quick on each side. What do you guys got for the mid-tier?
How much did you how many lobster you catch today?
No lobster.
Really, crab?
No lobster.
Is it crab?
No, I don't like crab either. So, yeah.
Crab rangoon?
I don't like fish either.
You don't like crab rangoon? They don't serve that at the tavern?
Nope. Really? I don't eat crab rangoon. Hell no, I don't eat crab rangoon.
Is that a
I like chicken. Give me a chicken sandwich. Give me a hot, spicy sandwich. I'll take any of those.
Is that a problem? Please. Is that a problem being in like a northeast city like that, a fit kind of environment that you don't like seafood?
No, there's enough places around here. I don't need to go to a seafood place. It's not an issue.
I think it's an issue.
You strike me as a seafood guy. You're not a seafood guy, Prez?
He eats the same thing every day. He eats less than Uncle T. He eats lettuce and chicken.
Wait, you eat less than Big T?
Uncle T.
What?
He eats way less than me. He eats less than Uncle T, not Big T.
You got to keep the skin tight and right, baby.
I own Big T eating.
Tight and right.
You got to keep the
I
skin
own
tight
Big
and right.
T in eating, Prez. Food
Once a
competition.
day,
Me
look at the
against
people in
Tony,
Kentucky.
I win.
People in Kentucky eat anything. They eat anything. They'll eat.
I beat Big T in eating. I beat him.
Once a
Hold on a
day.
second.
What about the other meal?
What do you mean the other meal? You don't finish a meal. I house my meal. I
You
win.
are what
That's
you
how
eat.
it's done.
You are what you eat. You have to eat
That's it.
healthy. Big T.
Dude, I've lived in Massachusetts my whole life, and I never ate seafood.
See, I told you it was a problem for these people in Massachusetts.
Chris,
They-
I don't know what you're talking about. I've lived here my
they
whole
DM
life. I've never ate seafood.
No, Christopher DMs me. I mean, the guys DM me. They're worried about it. You live in Northeast. You live in Boston. You're from a family of fishermen. You don't eat the fish you catch.
All right, come on. Someone give a take on this mid-tier, or we'll just skip the running backs if no one wants to give. Tony, give us a take on these running backs.
I mean, I'm leaving. So running backs. Let me pull up my pool. I am leaving in. I agree with Wiley's take about Herbert. It's more of the like Swift take that we both took when we had big wins. I'm not pulling him out. I'm leaving him at like a 12 projection, but he's not. I'm only getting probably 20% of them. I'm under the field. Because I'm bumping all the same guys that you guys like. I like the passing games. Definitely not taking him out though, just because I could see him getting like 60, a touchdown, a couple catches type thing.
How does Herbert get to 12? How does Herbert get to 12 is my question. Just
a touchdown.
That's a big fucking night. At touchdown, at least a touchdown.
He's going to get 50, 60 yards. If he scores a touchdown, he's going to have 12. I mean, I don't like him. It's one of those that you spoke of it. Like the way Saber Sim and I run these Showdown, there's just no reason to take our starting running back out of your Saber Sim. It's not going to do anything. Like you just should leave it in because if it comes down to the end and you can play him or like right now, would you rather have him or Josh Oliver as your last guy? Like
Oliver.
No, that's why you just lower him though.
Oliver.
Like you said.
You would not rather have Oliver than freaking Herbert.
Oliver had a Hall of Fame game last time against Denver.
You would rather have if you could pick either one that you would pick Oliver.
Herbert sucks.
I agree with you, but we're arguing two separate things. Like you're not playing straight up with no salary.
Josh Oliver,
if Herbert was 2,800. You would play Herbert.
Josh Oliver, 335 and 1.
Josh Oliver already had his moment in the sun. It was against the Broncos.
He is that guy.
Correct.
He's that guy.
They were the worst against tight end. It was a great matchup. That was his. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's cheap. I'm playing him tonight, but that was his moment in the sun. Tonight is more of just a filler type thing. But
all right, so running back, anyone else?
The one guy that I really am not going to – I might have even taken him just fully out is Madison. I'm just not playing him. If Madison crushes, like I'm just not – I lowered him all the way to 8. So lower than the kickers, lower than freaking everybody. That's Madison. Herbert's better than Madison, though. Herbert's way better than Madison. They're not the same.
Absolutely. They're both terrible, but Madison's the worst play. If Herbert or Madison score tonight, just see me tomorrow. And Eddie right here, Dirty Eddie. Bears, this is the most value play on the board. No. Bears will put up – okay, fine.
I like the Bears defense.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of with Wiley. I think
Dirty Eddie. Every night Eddie comes in and just delivers
to Josh Dobbs.
What does Josh Dobbs do? Hold on. Let's just to be real with the people because Tony wants to talk about all this upside, but let's just be real. All right, the man in 2 of his last 3 games has had 6 fumbles and an interception. That is 7 potential turnovers. What if one of them goes to the house? Bears Dirty defense Eddie. Right there, 3,800.
Yep, that's right. It's. I told you this. I told you specifically.
Josh Dobbs can crush. He could be.
The Chiefs scored 7 points.
What?
They had 7 in your winner.
No. Yes, that's fine. That's great. And he was in the winner.
7's fine.
The Bears are more. The Bears will score more points tonight.
Honestly, I think I projected the Bears for 7 or 8. I can't even remember.
I am for 9.
You don't have to project them that high to get a good amount of them.
I'm fading the Bears D.
I faded Minnesota's D. I'm playing the Bears D.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's going to play the Bears D. It's not like they're going to be high owned. So
a lot of these defenses too, like weather's not a huge deal, but this is perfect conditions tonight.
What's the weather tonight in the dome?
Just saying, Josh Dobbs, he likes to.
What's the weather?
Josh Dobbs is going to shove it right up your ass again.
Oh, this is what I want.
Here we go.
When
need a Josh Dobbs jersey.
I got to order a Captain, Tony. You jam
There's
him in.
no bigger Dobbs fan than this guy right here. When he starts talking to shove it up your ass,
Joshua Dobbs.
Yeah, get up in there.
But I want
the Sabres are going to shove it up your ass.
Lock him, Tony. Lock him. 150. Come on.
Hey, show him.
Not in the captain, but
lock him with your big meaty paws.
I need DJ Moore. I need Field.
Oh,
lock him.
I love captain builds. Captain builds are the best for quarterbacks. Blah,
blah, get the arms going. Get him going.
Blah, blah, blah. And then he doesn't want to play him. He wants to play DJ Moore.
Yeah. There we go. Mom and dad are fighting again.
I just want to say, in the end, he came to JSU side with DJ Moore captain builds. That's all I want to say.
No,
I can tell when Tony's
Can I mic
mad.
drop? Can I mic drop? Well, I don't want to break my mic.
No.
You know, but
no.
I would have mic dropped. All right.
Yeah, I wish we were
so that was running backs. I don't even know if they gave all their takes on running backs, but we'll just go from there. So kickers and defenses.
Oh, here we go.
Defenses.
Clowns. Yeah, of course we're clowns.
That's my boy K9. What's his name?
K9 Jockstrap.
Sounds like a sound.
The numbers keep going up, K9. So yeah, we're clowns. Go watch the shows of people reading off spreadsheets. They're exciting.
Yeah, he loves the show. He's just saying shit like that because he wants attention. So kickers and defenses. Kickers and defenses. Tony likes the kickers more than the defenses.
I love the kickers too. These are two good kickers.
They are good kickers.
And it's inside.
So I'm fine with kickers. You don't like the Bears defense, though, Tony. You don't like Minnesota's defense either. You're just Xing both of them out.
Mm-hmm. I'm Xing, but one of these games, the damn defense isn't going to score.
One of these games, literally.
We've been saying that. We've been saying that for like so many slates.
The Jets-Dolphins game. Have you ever seen anything like that?
That was the most tilting of all of them.
Oh my God. So it doesn't matter the score. It could be 45-3.
Oh, that was amazing.
The Bears defense will play.
That was amazing. That's like the perfect finish to a Jets half. If you're a Jets fan, that's got to be like,
yes,
that's how our season goes. Like right there. That's exactly how it goes.
Yes.
I feel bad for Jets fans.
Because I was on the Jets side. I thought Boyle would have a good game. I can't believe we talked about the Jets, but who cares? But I wouldn't even watch that play. But the entire Discord was trolling me because of Boyle.
I played some Boyle too. I felt like an idiot, so I'll go there. I played some Boyle.
I thought he was a great play on top of it. He was 6K.
Yeah, he was 6K. So.
He's a quarterback.
It's defense now.
Redmond's not having the Jets talk. I'll say that. If you're a Jets fan, I do feel bad.
Here's the reason why defense plays is because the quarterback play in this league is so bad.
Correct.
The offensive coordination is so bad. They just throw these sideline passes 5 yards. They get picked off every time. And
I'm telling you, even if you play Josh Dobbs captain, you should have in your 150 a little bit of Bears defense.
Just
a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah. You're basically betting black or red on the roulette wheel. One of them's going to come up at one time. That's what I can't wait till defense is off slates, especially classic. It is the limiting factor for you shipping because, you have a 0 versus a 20. You have no idea. It's the highest variance.
I'm more fine with it being on a showdown slate than a classic slate.
Yes.
I get the showdowns. Showdown's fine.
Yes.
I'd keep defense for showdown, but for classic slates, they definitely need to go for sure.
I'm pissed I didn't play Firemuth. I'm pissed.
He crushed.
I wanted to play him.
So kickers, Prez, you like the kickers? Yeah, he's putting in bets on his phone or texting someone. What do you think we couldn't tell?
I like Santos. I have Santos. This is a free. There it is. There's the projections. These things, laminated, signed, mailed to you tonight. $9.99. $9.99. Brought to you by Ponderosa. Grab yourself a barrel-aged steak. I like Santos for a good number tonight. I do. I think Santos always delivers on showdown slates. He's my favorite kicker in the league. Cairo Santos.
Yeah, he's the one I got the most of. Cairo.
It's Kairos or Cairo.
Kairos, whatever.
Akwegbonam.
Same thing. Don't get me started with the correct pronunciation. All right, so we're all fine with kickers. Cairo Santos, your favorite.
I'm not fine with them. I love kickers.
Tony loves kickers. Yeah. Captain kicker,
I
Tony?
agree with that.
I got him in my pool, Captain. I'm not. I have like a tiny amount. I have like 1% and 3% in my 150.
Yeah. I like that, Tony.
Someone asked for FanDuel talk, Tony. Is it the time of the slate to get the FanDuel, or should we get through
my last note
pool?
for the DK game, just after running my numbers, one like really sneaky showdown play that sticks out a little bit to me, because in the past we've seen him in backup tight ends, but hold on, let me pull up this. Mercedes Lewis played.
Oh my God.
He played 40% of snaps last week.
Yeah.
And we've seen it in showdown so many times, and he's 200. So
Tunyon is the guy who I think gets a touchdown.
They flipped last week, though, was the weird thing. Like, he only played 17%, and Mercedes played 40.
I had a rule on these guys that you can only have one max in a lineup, and that's why I like the diversity on captains.
I like both of those guys, though. That's the cheap guys.
I can tell you right now, you're exactly right. Mercedes Lewis, when he played for Green Bay, he was the guy early who scored a touchdown. You're like, fuck!
I feel like it's coming tonight, too, one of these two guys. Like, I might bet first touchdown one of these two guys, because it's just – and don't get me wrong, if he scores, you're literally – we make the joke 335-1. Like, he's going to be 1-4-1.
Yes,
but he's 200. Like,
he's going to be 1-4-1, and he might not be on the winner.
I just think he will on this slate, because the guys we love are so expensive.
You think
and
both
DJ Moore and Hawkinson,
sure.
like, if those four all get 20 plus, like I think they will, I do think all four of those guys could get.
Then you're going to need a cheapie.
You're going to need a cheapie in there. So,
okay, yeah,
I like that build a fair amount.
Wait, WKJ. First you get the sugar, then you get the power, then you get the woman. There you go, WK. We're doing Scarface movies and chat today.
Love that. I like Scarface. I'm into Scarface. All right, FanDuel talk.
You get the knowledge, then you get the power, then you get the woman.
I like that.
So, Prez, do you play FanDuel?
No.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Let me just tell you this right now, because John Aguiar is watching, and he's going to sponsor this show. John Aguiar from Draftkings. I have played TVG horse racing for 8 fucking years. I bet probably a small yacht, boats, on this weekend on horse racing at Churchill Downs. I won a larger yacht. Have I ever been reached out to by these people? Ever. Never. Ever. No. So I will not be playing FanDuel.
No, that's no to FanDuel. All right. Well,
no.
Tony.
It's about what is it for me? It's me.
First
you get the power, then you get the sugar, then you get the woman.
My FanDuel people have let me down too. I used to have a lot of good connections. I don't get it. I never hear shit anymore either. Maybe I'm with Prez.
All right, so maybe we just don't talk FanDuel then.
FanDuel, if you're watching, you gotta come to the table.
Step up your game, baby. I want more than a $3,000 bet, FanDuel.
We don't have that much time.
Pete McNair, the alpha male.
Like FanDuel is super simple. Like, I'm playing the 2 quarterbacks. That uses a bunch of salary. I'm playing probably one of DJ Moore or Hawk, because you can't play both, or Addison.
AJ.
And then you work your way down. I mean, you got Powell, 7,500, Roshan, Mooney, Oliver. All those guys are in that cheap range. Again, you just can't get – on a slate like this on FanDuel, they're not my favorite. because there's just not a lot of ways to get creative. Mercedes Lewis at 5K, sure. It doesn't even get you as much on FanDuel, though, because there's one less spot. So not a great day for FanDuel.
I think the way you got to do it is you got to hope one of these quarterbacks don't make the optimal, Tony.
I just don't see how it doesn't happen, though.
I know, but I know. I'm just saying, like, I think that's the way you got to go to be creative.
Because they both run, too, on top of it. It's just...
Or you play both quarterbacks in a defense and hope they run touchdowns.
I do like that call. I like defenses more on FanDuel than DK, just as a differential.
And kickers, Tony. Like, what if
I love the kickers. Like, if you played FanDuel and did both quarterbacks, both kickers, I think that would be very different, and I think it would be pretty good.
So
I don't know if it fits a receiver with it.
If you did that build, Tony, Justin Fields, Josh Dobbs, Greg Joseph, and Cairo Santos, that's 10K left for your last
10K's left, so that would leave you with...
anyone.
Yeah, I love that build. I love that build. To be different.
Bears, if you play the Bears defense, that's 1,500 on the table. I want to play that team.
I like that. I like that team with the two, especially like I just think it's a good team. It might not win first in the huge field, but in smaller field stuff, I think that's a good build. Because I mean, in the huge field, you're going to have to hit the guy that houses one, a long one or something. But is this game 8:15 or 8:20?
Landa has it. Landa 501. He's a goat.
Landa's the goat. Except when he was arguing with me yesterday about that freaking weather in Philly, and then Mr. Josh Allen went, "Whoo, Landa."
I agree with that.
That 40 piece right there. You didn't like that 40 piece?
More than a 40 piece. It was like a 45 piece or something on him.
Oh, I thought he had 40. I thought he had 40. Wasn't that
AJ,
40?
let me just clear this up, AJ. AJ says I sound like a rich kid. Like, if you've done any sort of background to the content that I've done, I immigrated to this country with $5 and a bus ticket. So no, I've had nothing. I've earned every fucking dollar I've had in my goddamn life. Period. And I spend it on horses.
Horses and gambling.
I mean, when you earn it, you should be able to spend it on whatever the fuck you want.
The American dream.
That's right. It's the American dream. I've lived the American dream. I love this country. Thanksgiving is the greatest holiday in the world.
I love Thanksgiving.
And what did I do all Thanksgiving? Solve male drama. That's what I did.
Oh, I thought you were going to say bet horses. That would have been amazing if you were like, I went to the track and bet horses. All right. And so anything else on FanDuel?
Uncle T goes, and your 8 cars.
Yeah, and his 8 cars. So punts. Tony, you talked about Lewis. Do you like Tyler Scott, Equimania St. Brown, Tunyon, any of those guys down there? Could you get behind?
First of all, I don't like. I mean, I think Powell's for sure the best punt. I mean, he's going to be the most popular too, though, because he's been very good all year. So, but he's 2K, so I just think you play him. All those other guys are just flyers for me, like 10% guys, where I don't have a strong take on it. Plus 10,000, seriously? I mean, I got to bet
what he
that
said.
right now.
That's what he said.
I mean, plus 10,000? I got to take a stab on that.
God, that's tough for me. I won't do it.
I put a 0 on Mercedes Lewis.
You're going to be when he doesn't hit it in a half, but you're going to be ready to puke. And
all right.
If you just said that.
No, I'm not. Here's the thing, because I did 10 in the 2-2-2-2, and I did a max 150 on the 15.
How rich? I mean, how does it feel to be that rich in America?
I earned every fucking dollar myself. That's why. And I spend it on Papa Murphy's.
Bonefish.
Let me get this out because this is important for 5 minutes. Is that you look for overlap in lineups, right? I did a 10-team build based on the contest sims for the 2-2-2, and then 150 build based on the contest sims for the 15. And there were 2 lineups that didn't overlap, which is curious to me. Why did the 10 lineups I put in the 2-2-2 not overlap entirely with 150? Why? Because they were the really popular builds, which is, I said earlier, Hawkinson captain and then a Powell. And it kicked them out. It just said, forget it. Forget it. Either it's going to win you nothing or you're going to be part of a 10,000 person dupe train.
trying to bet this Mercedes Lewis.
I'll just keep talking.
Touchdown.
This is brought to you by Chef Boyardee. Chef Boyardee, you grab yourself a can today. Code RPS44. If
code RPS44 or is it Giblets 44?
It won't even let me bet it. It says closed.
No,
you just put your phone on the screen.
That's fine. Take what they need.
It said closed, really?
Only on the 2 tight ends is the funny thing. They know we're coming for it. They know we're coming for the bread.
Which bet did you try and do? The plus 10,000 for first touchdown? Which one?
Yeah.
Of course, Roth. Of course.
Mine's not closed.
I was doing it on DK.
People are after me right now. Beefaroni, yes.
I hate FanDuel.
I hate FanDuel. I'm gonna put $1 on it just for Tony.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I put $100 on it. Relax.
Oh, you went all you did, yeah. $1 was gonna be bad.
No, what do you want me to put on it?
No, I wanted like $20. 100 perfect.
$20. Okay, I'll put $20 on. I was gonna put.
I wanted just a friendly little wager, but $1 was disrespectful.
I'll put 20 on it for you.
It's literally the only thing on DK that has the little lock sign, Mercedes Lewis. How's that even possible?
They're listening right now, Tony. They hear you talking right. They're like, this motherfucker, I'm not letting them bet this.
Is this
Look at the lock sign next to Mercedes.
Now I gotta look and see if mine's is everyone else's locked.
I need window cleaning too, Roth, by the way. So I'd love to support your business. I think that trades in America are the biggest opportunity in business. Learn how to do trim carpentry or groom a dog or do something. There's no one's doing it anymore. So I respect you, Roth, for the window cleaning business.
That is seriously unbelievable. I always swear we don't move lines ever, but that was literally just 95 to 1. It went down and now it's 65 to 1. Unbelievable.
Because we moved the meter here.
That's unbelievable. Aguiar, where are you at?
Where are you at?
Big T just moving lines left and right. Here we go.
That's right. Where's my TVG rep? Where are they?
I don't like it near as much at 65.
Nothing. Gutless. FanDuel's gutless.
Just bet him on FanDuel. Just bet it on FanDuel.
Gutless.
All right.
Roth is now our weather guy. What's the indoor weather for the Dome tonight? What's the humidity?
I don't know about that, but we got to give our plays of the day before we get out of here. So let's do our favorite play of the day here. Wiley, would you like to Deprez? Would you like to go?
I'll do it again. And no one will listen to me. But the Bears defense is the biggest value on the slate. Thank you. God bless America.
He said, God bless America. DJ Moore captain is going to be lower owned just because of where he's at. So DJ Moore in the captain spot. Let's ride it with the Bears defense. I like the Bears defense call. Tony, let's go.
Who's Wiley's?
Bears defense, kid. You got 30 seconds. Come on. Pump it. Run it. Jump it.
Work bench.
Cairo Santos, 5 field goals.
Bang.
Clyde Edwards. I really hope that doesn't happen because I bet Justin Fields all.
Hurry up, JSU.
I bet Justin Fields alt line touchdown prop at 3 touchdowns for plus 830 on FanDuel, but I have a ton of Cairo Santos in fantasy, so I'd be fine with that either. So that's going to do it here for the Print Factory show. We're live. We're locked for Big T. The press.
We're live?
Yeah, we're live. I'm JSU. We'll see you guys back here on Thursday for the Showdown stuff. Until then, code Giblets44, 44% off your first month's payment. Let's get the hell out of here and watch some football.